And welcome for the last race of this season, round 11 in Singapore, the championship decider between the two Renaults, Tim Daly and Jared Fosbury. Today I'm joined again by Lee Kelly.
Hello.
Hello. So who do you think is gonna win the championship, honestly?
I mean, it's hard to predict at the moment because he's still calling the race to come. But I reckon, all Jared has to do is just keep up at the front. But I reckon, if he has the race he did in Brazil, obviously, we're lucky for it to even be this close. Obviously, Jared punched in the end last week. But if I had to predict, I would say Jared to win today.
Yeah, Jared. Okay, yeah. I have no idea who's gonna win it. Jared has had the better season in my opinion, but you do never know. For what I've seen, he had the better season. Tim wasn't always there or thereabouts. Jared was there, but I am hoping Tim wins it. But if you look at how the season went, then Jared is has more chance. Let me say it that way.
Yeah. But momentum is a big thing, and obviously Tim off the back of that win will have it.
Yeah,
so.
He will have a lot of confidence winning last week. Coming into this race, honestly, I'm just hoping we see a great race, full of excitement, lots of battles, lots of action, especially between the two Renaults trying to get first to see who can win the race. Will we maybe see the first bottle for this season from Jared?
Maybe.
Who knows? Just following the guys on their out lap, as Riley Manning will be the first one to set a lap after he's done his out lap and started his first flyer. And there's not really much you could talk about now at the start. In my opinion, just there's nothing going on yet. As we have a yellow flag, I think that's Tom Jewell. Yes, Tom Jewell is still on his out. He's still in the pit, so it is Enzo there.
Enzo,
Yeah, and he has gone back. It's on broadcast, so yeah. So then there we have Riley Manning. He's starting his lap, and he will be the first one to set a lap. So let's see what he can do. Let's just follow him for this whole lap.
Yeah, so obviously coming to turn 3, you want to avoid the curb now, getting a good run.
Yeah, of course, as we have the Renault of Tim Daly is wide at turn 1. I think letting everyone by because he just came out of the pits. And there's Jessica Harrison retiring. She apparently misjudged her brake. I think she crashed. Misjudged her braking zone or something. She crashed under the tunnel right there. That's a very dangerous spot. Luckily ghosting is on. If that would be turned off, you could see someone getting caught off guard by her standing there, taking up almost the whole track. Let's see what's Tim doing over there. Oh, he's just doing donuts. It's the last race of the season. Oh, hello Tim. Yeah, we noticed. We noticed you. Yeah, hello. Okay, you're good now. You can start the lap. You're good. You've been on stream. You've been on stream. You've got the recognition. Just
go now.
Yeah. As we actually saw, indeed, Riley Manning cut the corner, invalidating his lap. I think you saw that too.
Yeah, who is the next one, right?
The next one is, I think, Michael Marlowe. Yes, it is. As he has not invalidated his lap, going under the tunnel right now, where his teammate just crashed out. As there's Ivan King rejoining the session. Coming around the final corners. He doesn't have any ERS left, but sets the first lap of the session, which means the fastest lap. This is the lap that everyone has to beat, a 1:36.5, as we have the next one over the line will be Billy Mossam. Also going through the tunnel section.
Comes to the and it's a cane like a bit, trying nothing wrong, he gets a good run, he's on the curve. Very close to the wall. Caught out, obviously. Walk on the corner. And he's a long way off of a second off. Nothing wrong with him.
As here comes Michael Edwards. And he goes second fastest on the mediums. Next one is Tom Jewell moving out of the way. There's the Renault of Tim. They're both diving into the pits. Tim after doing his donuts on his mediums. So then there's a Force India. I think that could be Reese March. Yes, it is Reese March. There's a Red Bull coming up. That must be Greg Woolley. Both Red Bulls on their outlap.
Yeah,
Jose Mendeville. Yeah.
Interestingly, everyone waiting a bit to go on laps. And I wonder what we'll see strategy-wise, because I think the soft tires you can go on them, but they die very quickly. So I wonder what we'll see the guys doing.
I think I saw Felix doing the one stop from hard to mediums on in FP Wednesday. Could be, I could be wrong. Like I could be wrong. So, but it's, I don't know. It did work out for him definitely, and I just, yeah, I had a horrible time then. Crashed out. I was losing the rear way too much. I had a very bad setup for this track, so I might change my setup for if I ever tend to race here again, as then there's a Renault, that's Jared starting his lap. Is there anyone who's gonna set a lap? Because we've had 3 times now, so who else is there?
Reese March.
Yeah, Reese March will be indeed. The next one is Luke Bacon. No, he's not on a lap, so let's just look at Reese March then. He's on the mediums too. I think looking at this, either people setting a banker lap on the mediums, or people are actually trying to start on the mediums, maybe do a 1-stop medium hard, or 2-stop medium soft medium, or medium soft soft. I don't know what their plan is. I think if they're starting on the mediums, they either will do the 1-stop with the hard tires or the 2-stop. Either 2 sets of mediums and 2 sets of soft sets.
Yeah. Jose Mandeville. There's lost it coming out the front of the corner.
He has indeed.
A bit stuck trying it. He had invalidated his lap, and he's on traction decision again. But yeah, I mean, I caught for on softs in the IRL F1 yesterday. It didn't end well. I had no grip at the start, so we'll definitely wait and see how it goes.
As then the next one over the line will be Tom Spicer coming around the final corners right now. That's the last one he's going around, and will he set the 5th fastest lap with a 138.7 on the mediums too? As Reese March went up to 3rd place on the mediums. That's not really looking good for Billy Mossum on the softs. Getting overtaken by all these medium tires. Yes indeed, Chad Fosbury set a lap. I think he's gonna do some donuts now, or is he not? I think he's not, just letting his teammate past. 138.7 from Jared. Okay, we're missing a lot of people coming over the line now. That's Luke Baker who set a 138.2. There's a Haas coming. What did he do? Or he just started his lap. Then there's Reese March coming again. I think he's going in the pits. There's another Haas. Yeah. It is Ivan King.
Yeah, Ross, if you're wondering, Alpha underscore F1, that is Ross Denman, so just to clear down there.
Yeah.
So Ivan King now goes P5.
Yeah, goes to P5. Reese March retiring from the race, so he will retire from quali, so he will be starting on the mediums. Might lose a few spots, but I think he's not too bothered by that, because the guys on the softs will have a lot more to do.
Yeah, Mr. Santos and validated to Tim's the next one, I do believe.
Nelson Santos diving into the pits.
Yeah, he validates it. Yeah, the next one is Tim.
Yeah. Tim, who hasn't set a lap yet, but decided to do some donuts. He will be doing a lap on the softs, as there's Tom Jewell, who crashed out, or Enzo Dutoit, I don't know. It's Enzo Dutoit, he's just letting Tim by, as Tim is now coming around the final corners.
Yeah, LVRS already, he goes pole.
He goes on pole indeed, with a 135.4, he will be satisfied with that. But there are people who will be trying to do the one stop, and so if his strategy will work out, I do not know.
One stop is possible on soft, you just have to be...
Well, you really need to massage the tires and know how to know how to do it. As Ross Denholm goes third fastest with 136.6. So then we have a Red Bull coming over the line. Was that Tom Spicer? I think it was with a 138.7.
No, it was
Greg Woolley.
Exactly.
He either invalidated or he started his lap right now, as there's Nelson Santos in the pits, Jose Mandeville who's just started his lap. As Nelson Santos is coming out of the pits, who will be next over the line? We will be seeing
it's Adrian.
Adrian Lennon? And Michael Marlowe diving into the pits, indeed, you're right. Adrian Lennon will be next.
What can you say? Goals, P5 on the medium, so reasonably decent lap. As Enzo Dutoit is the next one now.
No, it will be Michael Edwards who will be next, as he just cuts the corner and invalidates his lap on the second to last corner. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
So there it comes Enzo Dutoit indeed, as he does a 138.8.
Next one is okay, number 9, and Jose Mandeville hasn't gone later, so it is Craig Woolley next.
Yes, it is. Coming around the final corners in a bit, as there he is right now for a 138.7, brings him up into 11th, just ahead of his teammate. As Jose Mandeville has invalidated his lap. Jared Fosbury.
He's out on the soft, so he's not going to try and qualify on the medium. So
he isn't going to qualify on the mediums. Will Reese March be the only one to do so? I doubt it, honestly. The strat really could work out, though, if you ask me. As Greg Woolley invalidated his lap. As Nelson Santos started his, will be next, then we will see a Ferrari. I think that's Adrian Lennon. Yes, it is. He's on a lap.
no, he's out,
diving into the pits.
Out of fuel, I think.
Yeah, he does look like he's out of fuel, yeah. As then we see Michael Edwards also diving into the pits, only to invalidate the run.
I believe the next one, I think everyone ahead of Jose Mandeville is on out lap. And Jose Mandeville losing it on the extra, so that will not help him. Four minutes to go, so everyone, considering the long track of Singapore, you can expect to see people out on track pretty soon.
As Greg Woolley dives into the pits, Nelson Santos retired from the session with no lap set.
Jose Mandeville comes into the pit.
Jose Mandeville indeed getting ready for that one last run.
I know
Riley Manning coming over the line, goes second fastest for the 136.1. Well done. The top 4 all on softs.
Yeah, next one I believe is Tom Spicer, then it will be Jared Fosbury. So Jared will be looking to respond to his teammates at full time at the moment. But Tom Spicer now coming through the final sector. Oh, losing the back end a little bit. He should improve on his time. Well, he'll go across the line, and now he goes P5, very well. And Jared Fosbury now. Here he comes underneath the tunnel. sector. Oh, he's back off.
Yes,
I think wanting to get one more lap in, and he just decided to.
Maybe he does want to get one more indeed. As we now have the top 5 all softs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Will the soft runners make it, or do you think the starting on the mediums is the better strategy? What do you think?
I think starting on the mediums is a better strategy, but
yeah, I think so too. I think so too, honestly, but I'm not sure of it. You know, I mean, I'm not. You're a better driver than me, so I just thought asking you. As Tom Jewell actually set the second fastest time with 1:35.9. The bottle of this division, since Jared isn't doing it anymore, someone has to.
That's true. Very true.
I mean, what can I say? Tom Jewell, he has the pace. He's always there or thereabouts. But always something happens that makes his race just, his race just goes down the drain. There's always something happening.
Here comes Tim now. He was just under a tenthal. And he came to the middle sector split, so can he improve his time? He'll hoping he can when he runs out of ERS. Very early, Tim now coming across the line.
And he does improve.
Jared Fosbury out on track. He hasn't given himself a lot of time to spare. He wants to try and take the end lap slowly. Let's see who is. It's definitely I couldn't stand for one of the drivers. Who will be the first one to start off? It will be Jose Mandeville. Yes, it will be. Actually, no, Michael Marno is out of him.
Tom Jewell probably diving into the pits now as he just had his last run. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
So there's Ivory King retiring. We will have the top 6 all on the softs. Let's see if this is going to work out for our Team Rusdalins. If he can win the season by this strategy, it seems like Jared Fosbury will also go onto the softs.
Yeah.
So they will be doing the same strategy. Let's see who can make it work better, because this is the title fight. Both first place and second place in the championship, both Renaults, as if now Jared Fosbury is ahead only by 10 points if I'm not wrong. So this means that team has to outscore his teammates by 11 points.
No, the gap is 9 points.
Well, that's what we thought last week, but I asked it in the chat of F5, like, shouldn't he be 9 points behind instead of 10? And the answer I got was that Michael Marlowe got disqualified from the race post-race by the stewards. He got the disqualification, which moves Jared up 1 place. So now he has a lead of 10 points and not 9 points.
Well, that would be crucial. It's basically all Jared needs to do is finish on the podium, and then I mean, if as Michael Marlowe goes P3, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, how would it? I'm pretty sure Jared would win on count back, so all Jared has to do is finish on the podium.
Jose Mandeville not setting a time because he invalidated. Very unfortunate.
Adrian Lennon goes
second fastest. Well done.
Ross.
So we have Ross Denholm, who's just set the fastest second sector. Can he go on pole? As he is P6 right now. He's almost out of fuel. Will he be able to make it? Ooh, getting it very close with the wall there. Oh, and he just invalidated. Yes. That's very unfortunate because he was on for a good run. Having that, what was it? Second purple sector.
Yeah, Craig Williams will be the next one across the line. Then it is Jared Fosbury, so we'll have to see whether Jared can respond to the pace of his teammate. So
Jared Fosbury, next one on the softs. Can he get himself on pole ahead of his teammate?
Won't be Paul. Where's it gonna be for Jared?
P4.
Michael Edwards from across the line. I think he invalidated. So Luke Baker now will be the next one. Luke Baker goes P8, and that's going.
Who else is there? That's everyone who we had over the line. Craig Woolley is the only one in the pits. So this is what it looks like. If this stays this way, I think Tim has got the championship, right? P1 to P4.
Yeah, Tim will have that.
You need an 11. You need a difference of 11 points. So I think, yeah, I think that's it, right? P4. Yeah, should be.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And the gap would be 13. So.
So we have then Tim Brazilians on pole, followed by second place Adrian Lennon. In third place Tom Jewell, followed by Jared Fosbury, Michael Marlowe, Riley Manning, Ross Denholm, Luke Baker, Tom Spicer, Michael Edwards, Reese March, Billy Mossam, Ivan King, Craig Woolley, Enzo Dutois, Jose Mandeville, 17th for Jessica Harrison, 18th for Nelson Santos, and last, as always, Matt Romano rounding off the grid.
Yep, so it will be an interesting race. Obviously, I mean, Singapore, it is always the longest race on the calendar, with it being 31 laps, and it being one of the longest tracks on the calendar. So it's more of an endurance. If you can, I'd say you could call this race an endurance, and people wouldn't.
You could look at it as an endurance, yes, indeed. Only this is a video game, so it still takes long, but it's not as hot as it would be in real life there, because since you're Singapore, you're on the equator.
Yep.
Luckily, we don't have to deal with the heat. The real life F1 drivers have to when they're there. If you're talking about endurance racing, the 24 Hours of Spa was this weekend. So yeah.
It was, yeah. I was watching that earlier, actually.
Yeah, I've been watching the whole race. Really interesting. I always do. It's unfortunate for the Audis, but it is what it is.
So this is a two-stop for the soft runners. I don't think we're going to see it. I reckon they will try to go for the. I reckon they'll try and go for the one-stop strategy. As looking at everyone into the top 9 on soft, but elsewhere we have Michael Edwards, Reese March, Ivan King, Craig Woolley, Jessica Harrison and Matt Romano all on the mediums, and you have the rest. Nelson Santos, Jose Mandeville, Enzo Dutois, and Billy Mossam on the hard. So a mixture of strategy.
Yes, indeed, all 3 tires being used already straight off the grid. I think the medium runners will try to do the one-stop onto the hards. The hard runners might try the reversed version of that, trying to go the one-stop on the mediums. The hard drivers could try, maybe a guy like Jose Mandeville could try to make it a one-stop for the softs, but that's going to be a really hard task. It's going to be really hard to do that. And the rest on the softs, we'll see what they're going to do. They might try and stretch it for a one-stop, but I think that's also going to be a very hard task to do. So they might try the two-stop. It will be just wait and see. If the positions stay like they are, then Team Mercedes will be your IRL F5 champion.
Yeah, but there's obviously still a long way to go. But indeed,
there's still a 31 lap race ahead of us, which anything can happen. Walls very closely, just a longer version of Monaco, I think. Only Monaco, the walls are closer than this.
Yeah, I'd compare that to something like, yeah, a Monaco at night and a longer race. That's what I compare it to.
You could say that, yes. As we're now just waiting for everyone to catch up. Well, they're not really having to catch up, just everyone getting ready to be on the grid and to turn on the 5 lights. Just out of curiosity, if you'd be watching the 24 Hours of Spa, who would you vote? Who would you be rooting for?
Well, I don't really watch endurance racing that much. I didn't know I was thinking of watching it because there's no one who I really support, but it was interesting, though.
Honestly, I must say, I love F1 and it's really it's really interesting and always nice to see, and I love this game too. It's a really pleasant, fun, enjoyable game. But I mean, if I had to choose, I would definitely still choose endurance racing over F1, but it is what it is. And yeah, as we... Can I actually get... There we go, a good view, thank you. As we have 5 lights, and there we go, and everyone getting a good start, it looks like. Well, first sight it does, as the 2 guys in front already pulling away like about 3/10. It looked like a big gap, apparently isn't. As the top 3 just stays the same, as we already have a yellow flag.
That's Michael Edwards.
Yes, it has been Michael Edwards. Does he have damage? I think he does. Missing a left end plate. Yes, he is. Missing more than left end plate on his left front wing. No safety car, as we can see. So, which battle shall we go on board? Where can we see? As we just...
Yeah, we do have a safety car, and that is one.
We do have a safety car. Riley Manning, indeed.
Where has he been now? I'm trying to see.
Let's see with Michael Edwards. Where has it happened?
There
it is. There it is, on the left. How do you get there? Maybe with some help, I think?
Yeah,
yeah.
Maybe I've one safety car. If you want to be honest, I would recommend for the soft one is to put onto mediums though. This is...
I would recommend that too, since I had the same scenario, kind of the same scenario in FP Wednesday, and it didn't really work out for me, but I'm not gonna hold them. I also said last week when the second safety car came out that it would be a good opportunity for the soft runners to pit, and as of yet. And then yesterday, last week they didn't pit on the soft, so I'm curious to see what will happen now. Maybe a few of them will pit, a few of them won't pit. We'll have to wait and see. Also, the Renault is in first and in fourth, so if Tim pits now, then Jared's gonna be held up in the pits if he does also pit. So, as Tim Brezens is diving into the pits,
Fosbury is in, so
and everyone is following Jared Fosbury, just going as slow as possible to try and not get held up as much. Going in as slow as possible to let Tim go as far ahead as he could, but he still gets held up.
We'll see just what happens after the pit.
And there we go. He's still only 4 places behind. There's still only 2 cars between them. The same 2 from before. No, not the same 2. Where has Michael Edwards? How come he is now all the way at the back? Oh no, he's not. What?
It's the timing glitch again.
It's, yes indeed, it is the glitch. As Timbers Dailies is not in first, or at least he shouldn't be in first. Now he's in 17th. Yeah, this is... No, because they're all behind the safety car.
Oh yeah, okay, should...
So basically, Ross Denholm should be in first.
Yeah, okay, it's...
He's the only one who stayed on the softs, actually.
He hasn't fixed himself yet at normal stars. Then he needs to fix Nelson Santos and then Michael Edwards and fixed.
He will be the only one staying on the soft, so he will be the only one keeping with the strategy he chose before the race. The others all mixing up their strategy because of a safety car. All moving on to the medium, so they might try the 2-stop going onto another set of mediums or onto a set of hards. I can't tell, honestly, I can't tell you.
Yeah, okay,
it's just waiting and see, because I have no idea what they're all planning on doing. All I know is that I'm hoping for a lot of action, and as always in F5, and a very enjoyable race to watch and to comment on.
Yeah, Jared has lost one position. Net he's gone down from the net P4, and he's gone from P4 to net P5 and stuff.
Yeah. Jared indeed lost one position to his teammate, but as long as Tim does not outscore his teammate by 11 points, he will still get the win. So basically, he needs to be. If Jared does not get any points, so let's say Jared is outside the top 10, then Tim still has to be P4 to get the championship win. Because if he gets 5th place, that means he gets 10 points, so that will be then, the title will be tied, and I think it will go to Jared Fosbury then, since he has been on P1 and before Tim, or I don't know how they do it, but one of them is gonna get it if he gets P5. And if he gets P4, then it will be for sure.
Also, if Tim gets fastest lap and P4, so
if he gets fastest lap and P5, that's indeed enough. Yes, I did not take that into consideration. But everyone has no. We're still waiting for Romano. Everyone will be. Everyone will have caught up to the field at the end of this lap, which means the safety car will go in on lap 3. I'm curious when will Rosdennel pit? Good question. As people are leaving gaps in between the safety cars, seeing the gap between Jose Manuel and Enzo Dutois, as there was the notification indeed, safety car will be in this lap. As then we have what am I saying? Rosdennel backing up the field to his own pace. He's going a bit fast, he's not really giving the safety car the opportunity to get away. He's going a bit fast. You can't really get on the power in a bit if the safety car isn't in the pits yet, so you will need to slow down more, Ross. You will need to slow down even more.
Ivan King has lagged out, so...
Yes, he has lagged out again as he was doing in qualifying, and he's not going yet because he can't, the safety car isn't in yet. He will go out of the final corner or before the final corner, that's also a possibility, and there we go. And we're back in green flag racing.
Oh, Tim almost losing it.
Yes, I just saw on the minimap, we saw Tim and the 2 AlphaTauris getting it very close together. As there's a lot of position changes, that's the ghosted Ivan King that's dropping down the field from P2. As we just saw Team Bruce Dalins, I think, overtaking Jessica Harrison. Who else can we look at? Let's just stay on board with this one, as we then have Michael Marlowe, who has to leave space and he's not able to make the corner, leaving his teammate by. And oh no, that was Jessica Harrison. I'm very sorry. Who had to leave everyone go. As where else can we look? I think this would still be the best place to look. Jessica Harrison is. Everyone is overtaking her one by one. As I just see a piece of front wing flying, I think that's the Alfa Romeo of Tom Jewell. It was an Alfa Romeo M plate, so it must be him. Because the other Alfa Romeo is in P6. As there's a yellow flag.
That's Craig Woolley.
Craig Woolley. Oh my. What is this stupid thing in all this? As he just hit the wall. Did he get pushed or not? I have no idea.
I don't know, actually.
I don't know. I was trying to see if Tom Jewell had damage, so let's just go back to that. I think he does. Yes, he does have damage because I saw the M-plate flying.
Mossum as well.
As we have another thing, there's Billy Mossum getting his left M-plate removed.
Okay, so Ivan King is back in the session. So.
Yes, he is. Very glad that people can rejoin now since the corner cutting glitch has been removed.
Yeah.
As we have Team Bruce Dalins going around the outside of Jose Mandeville. Can he make it stick? Yes, he does. He's now on the back of Enzo Dutois, also on the hards. He's on his mediums, making a charge. He's making a charge, going down the inside of Enzo Dutois. Oh, there he comes. And he got touched, losing 2 positions, or make that 1. Yes, he gets touched again.
Jared Fosbury has to be careful.
Yes, indeed. Did he take any damage? No, Jose Mandeville does not have any damage. Oh! Jose Mandeville pushing Enzo Dutois in the barrier. Also, there wasn't a lot of space there anyway, but I don't know. Send it to the stewards is all I can say. We need to have a closer look at that, as the top two are just running away with this race. Ross Denholm and Reese March. Will we see Reese March on the podium again?
Obviously, he has to make his pit stop, so I don't know.
Nope. And obviously, Tim is, as it looks now, not winning the championship, I think. Because I think the points is not an 11 deficit. And we also have Michael Edwards spun. I saw that on the minimap, as we have a fight between Luke Baker and Tom Spicer that's getting very... Or no, I'm sorry. It's Tom Spicer and Enzo Dutois. They're getting very close together. Both missing an end plate, as there's Enzo Dutois diving into the pits.
Running aside of Ivan King. Oh my, very close to contact. But Tim is just
flying.
He's on a charge.
Yeah, he is on a charge, as he now has P3 for and Jared P7. Will he be able to make anything work? Tim is looking. Tim is looking very feisty, very eager to win this championship, as you can see. As we have Matt Romano on the back of Jessica Harrison. Will he fight a battle for once, or will he let people go? It seems, by the looks of it, it seems like he's gonna fight this.
Go on, Matt. Oh!
Jessica Harrison just getting straight into the wall.
And that's a virtual safety car.
Let's just see what that looks like from another perspective. There's a VSC that came out, but we want to see Jessica Harrison in the wall again. So, I'm seeing drops of rain. I'm seeing drops of rain. We will have a wet Singapore race for the title fight.
I was wondering why Tom Jewell on intermediate for a second. I was like, he's just doing that for a mess, but that answers my question.
I did not see it, but I was on board with Billy Mossam, and I just see drops of rain coming down, and I'm like, okay. So we will, I think with this rain, we might see a lot more retirements. I don't think DRS is being enabled. Is it wet enough to go on Inters? I don't know. We have, we have Ross Denholm diving into the pits. He thinks it's wet enough.
God. Ivan King has almost... Ivan King's retired.
Ivan King, he has retired. Where has it happened? Can I see it on Matt Romano? No.
I think he just retired on track. I saw
that. Okay, he retired on track, okay.
Yeah, as at the moment...
As Ross Denholm thinks it is wet enough for the Inters, as then we see Timbers Danis and Reese March who think it's not wet enough for the Inters yet.
Yeah. Jared Fosbury will be praying that he can just get ahead of Jose Mandeville and Michael Marlowe before it could come intermediate. Jose Mandeville,
as Timbers Danis just took the lead.
Yeah, what Michael Marlowe and Jose Mandeville.
Yes, indeed, they're really having a good fight over there. As Jared Fosbury is on the back of them, only 8 tenths behind. Will he be able to make it happen and get ahead? Since it's not wet enough for the Inters, everyone thinks. Tom Jewell thought so, and Ross Denholm thought so, but the others think it's not wet enough yet. And the DRS also not been disabled yet, as there comes Jose Mandeville, and he loses a piece of front wing on the back of Michael Marlowe. So I think his best opportunity, since he does have the damage, would be pitting for the Inters now, getting his thing repaired, maybe hoping for a safety car or VSC. But will we see one? I have no idea. As he lost another piece of front wing, he's losing even more of his left front wing. He will have to pit now. Yes, he does have to pit this lap because his damage would be undrivable. As we have, there it is, Nelson Santos and Tom Spicer. As Nelson Santos is now ahead. No, they're still side by side, going side by side into the corner. Tom Spicer had to cut the corner to give enough space. He still he is still missing his left end plate. He hasn't pitted yet.
Yeah, there's still one more to go, and with the rain, it's gonna make this race twice as longer. So.
Indeed, and honestly, I was not expecting the rain at all. I wasn't expecting it.
Just came out of nowhere. But Jared Fosbury at the moment, I think Tim will be hoping that him and Jared come into the pits the same up, because that means Jared will still get held up, because that's just how this game works.
Yeah.
And as the rain, it seems to be coming down harder now, so we'll wait and see when those intermediate tires will kick into gear.
Yeah, as we're having a small battle between Matt Romano and Michael Edwards, will Matt Romano just give the place for free? It's not looking like he is for now. Maybe, yes he is. He is letting him by.
You can tell people are struggling on traction a little bit, so I think we're just getting closer and closer to the crossover.
As Jared Fosbury, this is the man to watch right now, because he is looking to get ahead of Michael Marlowe to keep his championship alive.
Yeah, that would PT would get him into championship contention, so I mean, it will win in the championship actually, sorry, so wait and see.
As the top two are not diving into the pits yet.
Michael Marlowe is
diving into the pits. Will he be able?
That is a ballsy call, that's fair to say, and we'll have to see whether it will pay off.
The DRS is still not disabled yet, so is it wet enough? He surely thinks it's wet enough. Tom Spicer thinks it's wet enough. We had other people who thought it was wet enough already last lap. As we have Craig Woolley, who is looking by the movement of his car, it's not wet enough for the Inters yet, and there he goes. He has no front wing. Honestly, if you saw that, I have no idea how his tires still.
Craig Woolley's out in a safety car.
I think by the looks of it, I just looked away, but I have the feeling he did that on purpose. But it is what it is. Now everyone will be bidding for the Inters, of course, as Tom Jewell was just about to get lapped, which will not be possible anymore. Tim Daly is will have to stay behind Tom Jewell, so he will have to adjust his speed to the speed of the intermediate driver, Tom Jewell.
Yeah, but obviously it's a question of what will happen. Will it be wet enough by the time the safety car ends? I'm assuming they're coming for Inters, but you don't know. It's raining.
I'm assuming they will pit for the Inters. Will it be wet enough at the end of the safety car? That's a question we cannot answer right now, but if I looked at what Craig Woolley was doing, because he caused the yellow flag and I just saw him driving, okay, he already lost his front wing, so he didn't really have a lot of downforce anyway, but he was... he couldn't get control of his car. What are you doing, Tom Jewell? What was that? He couldn't get control of his car, so honestly, I think it wasn't wet enough for the Inters one lap ago, but I think by the end of the safety car, it will be. Let's hop on board with Jared Fosbury again, because will he get held up in the pits or not this time? No, Tim Daly is out. Tim is out, and there we go, and he's instantly in the box, and the tire's going on. Yes. I think he lost a little bit of time, but not a lot. He's still in any position. He's actually still in P3, so he might have not lost any time. And this is not looking good for Tim Daly at this moment, because he will not be the championship winner, or will he? No, I don't think he is.
In this safety car and the wet tires, because he would have dropped a few positions now. That's with that safety car and with the rain pouring it down. He is now in an actual P2 position. For fair play, he's
indeed, Reese March on a different strategy now, apparently being in P2. Now, if you know there's gonna be rain in the race, I see why they went on the softs to get the qualifying position, to get the position, but I think in this case, the mediums were the optimal strategy, because you could just drive the mediums 10 laps until the inters came out and then just go on the inters. So I think the medium drivers, the strategy calls from the mediums were the better calls to go on. If it stays like this, Timbers Dalins in first and Jack Fosbury in third, all team needs is fastest lap, because 25 points to 15 points. All he needs is what am I saying? Fastest lap for that one extra point he needs. Because now there's a 10-point deficit between them, and they will need. He needs one more point, which he can get with the fastest lap. Will he be able to get that fastest lap? We'll have to wait and see.
He already has it, and obviously I don't think it'll be drawing up, so I think he will keep that. So Jared has to finish. If Tim wins, Jared has to finish second.
Yes, that fastest lap was set on dry tires, I think, on dry running. So I think then he will keep the fastest lap. So Jared will need to overtake Reese March to keep his championship alive. If he doesn't get second place, he will be second and Tim takes the win. Honestly, I'm so hoping for that, but you never know. It's Singapore, there's walls everywhere, it's raining, there's F5 drivers, not everyone is as experienced as the other. And then you have a very kind Matt Romano in here who just lets everyone past. Yeah. I think if he would be really driving to his maximum, I think he could be driving way better than this. And I think also the reason that he's in the lowest division every time is because he's not driving to drive, but he's driving for fun and just letting everyone by, just driving to do it for, like, he's enjoying it. And I don't want to take that away from him. All I'm saying is just that if he would be pushing, he could do so much more.
Yeah, I do agree with you.
But hey, I'm not here to tell you how you need to do things. Keep doing as you like. As the rain is falling down, we will have everyone caught up to the back of the field at the end of this lap, I suppose so, looking at the minimap. Oh no, wait, we still have Tom Jewell on the start-finish straight, so forget what I said. We might have the safety car for an extra lap. Unless they just rule out Tom Jewell and just leave him over there. We'll see it when the notification pops up. I think they might wait for Tom Jewell. If not, then we will see it at the next corner, just like last time. As the lights are still on, so I don't think the safety car will be going. I think we will be waiting for Tom Jewell to catch up. Does he have any damage? No, he does not have damage now. So Tom, just keep it that way. Lights on the safety car are still on. I think Tom Jewell will have caught up to the safety car by about turn 4, maybe turn 5, and then we can get back to green flag racing next lap for the rest of this 31 lap Singapore race, which will be then which will then only be, what is it, 30 laps left?
20 laps left.
Well, Tim, gonna get very close to the wall.
I just caught that. I was just cutting to the meters. I mean, the rain just came in very quickly. I wonder if we'll see full wet tires.
He's lucky that he doesn't have any damage though. Although maybe Jared Fosbury would be hoping for him to get some damage.
Yeah, but obviously Singapore, he's already had enough overtake.
You know what? Forget what I said, because Tom Jewell is really taking his time, taking it very cautious and slowly. We won't be seeing another lap of safety car, but he will not catch up right now. Come on, Tom Jewell, put your foot down. We want to go back to green flag racing.
He doesn't want to spin though.
Yeah, he doesn't want to spin. I can get that, but we want to see some racing. You feel me?
Yeah, he'll catch on.
Yeah. Honestly, last time, as I said with Vietnam too, like Michael Edwards called me out for sorcery or anything because really. I was praying for the rain because I would have loved to see some rain. I would have loved to see Jared bottle it, and apparently there was rain. We had a full wet race from start to finish, where we actually had Jose Mandeville and Reese March come out on top. And also, I said before, yeah, rain would be a lot of fun for us and for the viewers, not for you. But I don't care about you guys. I care about and enjoy and excitement and everything. But safety car is indeed in. But apparently the rain did come out then, so yeah. It's pretty funny. And honestly, I do care about these guys. Well, I mean, like, from racing with them last season, I like these guys. I like how they race. I like racing against them. But in the end, the more action and the more exciting stuff, it's always going to be more fun.
Yeah.
For the drivers too, if there's a lot of action, but if it's raining, that's not so. That's not as a lot of fun for the drivers, as we actually saw Tim Brzezinski getting it almost wrong coming out of the tunnel section.
Yeah, I don't think Tim will mind the rain as long as he can just keep it together.
Yeah.
That means overtaking is more hard because money and also for his teammate Jared Fosbury.
As we have everyone now popping up, and there he goes, he's starting, and do we see anyone spin?
Nearly. Oh, it's a very tentative start. Jared gets a bad run. Nelson Santos is doing
As nothing happened, everyone got through cleanly.
Oh man, I'm letting everyone through. This match gets a penalty. We'll see how close that is at the end of the race. But
as we're having a battle in midfield.
Nelson Santos on traction, he has Jared Fosbury, and Michael Marlowe going up down the inside in the 2-4.
And we have Luke Baker going around the outside of Billy Mossam, going around the outside of Luke Baker, completely shunting him off the road.
18 men going past Jared Fosbury now. Jared Fosbury has an awful restart. It's gone from P3 to P5, and he keeps it from 18 men, but Jared is on traction. That's the team we got. Yeah, I saw it from Billy Mossam and Luke Baker.
The only thing Tim Brzezinski needs to do is keep his lead, and the second thing he needs to do is praying for the other guys to hold up Jared. Oh my god, there's a crash.
Oh,
I think one of them hit the wall and then the others hit the wall, and there we have Enzo Dutoit trying to make evasive action, and he hits the wall too. That was one hell of a crash there. I think one hits the wall, then hits the other person, and they both go spinning. That's very unfortunate, and that apparently allowed a lot of the guys to catch up to Tim. Tim having a 1.9 second lead, now going like he lost 9/10 on this VSC. He's really pushing it now.
Minded because that means it's only a 12-second penalty.
5-second time penalty for causing a collision with his teammate. When will we go back to green flag racing? Will Tim be sleeping on the restart, or will he not? Will he get a good restart? That's a good question. I think the VSC will be going down any minute. There we go, with green flag racing, and he's still on a 1.7 lead. So that VSC eventually, in the end, it only lost him about 2/10, and he's now back up to 1.9 seconds. As we have Nelson Santos, who must have been sleeping on the safety car restart, because he's almost 3 seconds behind. Look at Jared Fosbury, he is over 3 seconds behind.
Yeah,
is this the end?
Restart from the safety car.
Does this mean the end of Jared Fosbury's championship or not? Do you think he can still claw back up?
I'm not saying it's possible, but he just needs to. He doesn't even have a rhythm at the moment. He needs to find that stride that he had in the joy, otherwise, well, it's going to prove costly come the end of that 3-1. As I see pretty much, I'm trying to get attacked from Spicer. He's going to go for it now.
As we do have this 5-way battle here, indeed, for P6. Jared Fosbury, he was about at turn 1, he was 3 seconds behind, and now he's 3.8 seconds behind. He is only losing time to Michael Marlowe. This is not looking good for his championship.
No.
And Tim Brusdale he's gonna be very happy with this, obviously, because this means he's winning the championship right now. Professionally, he's winning the championship. He's in net P1.
Yeah, but he cannot get carried away.
Yeah, indeed. He needs to keep his head down, finish this race, as we have Tom Spicer then very close to the back of Michael Edwards. Will he dive it down the inside? Yes, he will. No, he does not. He had a look, but he thinks better of it. There we have Billy Mosso in the back, losing the back end a bit. Adrian Lennon also there.
Jared looks up. A little bit wide. He's lost a lot of time. Oh,
as he is now 5 seconds behind. Jared is not really coping with this rain, as it allowed the 5 runners, the 5-way fight for P6 to catch up to Jared, which will now be a 6 car fight for P5, as they're all 5 seconds behind. Maybe a idea for Jared would be to leave a few of them go, and maybe try to get pulled away, get back up there.
Billy Mossum and Tom Spicer into turn 1. Billy Mossum trying to fight it all the way to back of Tom Spicer. Did he get another bit of...
Billy Mossum trying to the switch back. Can he make it work? No, he cannot. And he's not gonna try dive down the inside again here, as he did do on Luke Baker, though. He literally just turned into him. Well, at least from my perspective, it looked like he turned into him. Is he gonna try and make a move? Yes, he is. Diving it down the inside of Tom Spicer. Yes, he will. Can he make it work? Going very wide, but he has the move done. As Michael Edwards still on the back of Jared Fosbury, not being able to get close enough to make a move. Billy Mossum trying... Oh, that's Tom Spicer getting it all wrong. Coming out of that corner, letting Adrian Lennon, and Adrian Lennon lets him just go take the corner. As he goes wide again, that gives Adrian Lennon a position, as Ross Denham will also be looking to get past Tom Spicer, who's getting it all wrong. He's getting it all wrong in these intermediate conditions. Same for... Oh, as he... makes a mistake again. Tom Spicer, you really need to get your head down and make less mistakes.
I've gotten there 6 seconds to Michael Marlowe and Jared. Jared doesn't even have it. Jared doesn't even have any rhythm. He locks up again.
Jared and Tom Jewell, Jared and Tom Spicer both really not coping with this rain. They do not seem like they know what to do, as we have this 3-way fight here for P5. I think the 2 guys behind will catch up at any moment, as Billy Mossum is taking too much curb, losing the back end almost every corner, and completely cuts that. Well done. There's no DRS yet, will he? No, he's too far back to make a move on Michael Edwards. Getting closer into the braking zone, but you need to be careful getting on the throttle in the rain. So will he be able to keep his made up time in the braking zone? It does look like it. It's not a lot, but it's almost working.
Just under a second back, as
Billy Mossum is now on the back of Michael Edwards, getting really close under braking, but then getting back in the exit and on the straight line. He seems to lose his time. Maybe he has a better, more downforce setup, getting it good in the corners, good in the braking, but then not enough straight line speed, it looks like, as there is the fight between the 2 Alfa Romeos, and we have Luke Baker on the back of them. I don't know, Tom Jewell, what's the plan here? Are you gonna keep holding up your teammate, or are you gonna... Oh, it seems like Enzo Dutoit is missing a left end plate, and is Tom Jewell missing a right end plate? It looks like it. Maybe they touched each other. Both lost their end plates. I'm sure from Enzo Dutoit, I'm not sure if Tom Jewell has any damage. It does look like it. Yes, he does. They're both missing an end plate. One's missing a left one, the other one's missing a right end plate. So this will leave Luke Baker to get past both the Alfa Romeos. Will he be able to do so or not?
Almost going to the wall.
And Billy Mossam now getting very close to the back of Michael Edwards. But not making it stick, as actually Jared Fosbury is pulling away. But he's not. He's pulling away from the guys behind, but he's not making up time to the guys in front. It's not looking good for Jared's championship, as we are on lap 17 out of the 31. Will he be able to keep his championship alive? I don't know, as Luke Baker now just went around the outside of Tom Jewell. That's Tom Jewell diving into the pits to repair his damage.
I think what Jared is preying on is another safety car.
He must be praying on another safety car, and he must be praying to for the rain to go away till by the end of the race, because he's not really coping well with this rain. Oh, okay, why is he doing that?
Yeah, and also he'll be praying for Tim to cross as well. And yeah, Tom Jewell on the slicks. I don't know why he's doing that.
Is the rain clearing up? It doesn't look like it is to me. Or at least, I mean, there's not a lot of spray anymore, but it doesn't look like it's clearing up yet, as we have Nelson Santos on the back of Reese March, getting it really wrong on the exit. He got under 1 second, but there's no DRS this race, so what will he be able to do? I have no idea.
Reese March has impressed me. He's managed to... Well, I've always thought that the team has managed to...
as we have a yellow flag, that's Tom Jewell. He's on the slick tire, so why am I not surprised that he's causing yellow flags? In the rain, yes, he's getting it all wrong through here. Jared Fosbury losing time again to the guys behind. As we have Billy Mossam still all over the back of Michael Edwards, getting it all wrong coming on the exits of the corners. He's really struggling with keeping the rear end in touch, which might allow Adrian Lennon to get past him in a bit. I don't know when, as he's in the slipstream, not using his overtake on Michael Edwards.
Yeah, at the end of this race, regardless of whether Jared is champion or not, I do want to hear from him almost on this season and just what happens in there. So.
Yeah, but then in the end, Jared Fosbury still needs to get that third place to if we want to hear from him.
No, second actually. Maybe second will win the championship.
No, third, because I mean the podium finishers get the interview. So I mean, if he gets third, that would be good enough. If he gets third, If he gets third, he won't win the championship, but he will be on the podium for the interview. If he gets second, then he will win the championship. But as it looks like it right now, he's 8 seconds behind Michael Marlowe, so by the looks of it, he's not going to be able to make it either one on the podium, and he's also not going to be able to keep his championship win. He's going to have to give it away to his teammate. They won the constructors. They won the constructors already. Will they win? Well, one of them wins the championship anyway, but which of the two will it be?
Well, obviously another pit stop will happen, I believe.
As we still here have the fight for P2 between Nelson Santos and Reese March, that has been going on for a couple of laps now, actually.
And Jared will be praying that these two crash. And maybe cause a safety car.
If they crash, then Jared will be very happy. But I think Nelson Santos and Reese March, two really experienced drivers, I don't think they're gonna crash each other out. Billy Mossam picking up a 3-second time penalty on the back of Michael Edwards, trying to overtake, as he's now losing a small bits of time to Adrian Lennon. And then they go on the straight again, as we still having this one. Nelson Santos indeed gets another penalty, another one. Wow. Billy Mossam taking another penalty. Let's go and look. Oh, he just got it all wrong through there, coming out of turn 3. Oh my god, I'm really hungry though. What the fuck. as the fight for P2, who has been going on for about 3 to 4 laps now, is still not getting anything. They're not going anywhere. Resmart still ahead in this rain, makes it harder to overtake since there's no DRS. You only have a slipstream and you have your ERS. Adrian Lennon on the back of Billy Mossam. Billy Mossam, who seems to get it all wrong every corner again and again. Luke Baker, who's gotten past Enzo Dutois. As we have a yellow flag, that's Tom Jewell on his medium tires in the rain. Please don't cause us a safety car or VSC.
I don't think Jared will mind the safety car, to be honest.
Jared won't mind it, but I'm sure Tim will.
Tim will.
He has built the gap, and he keeps building the gap. Same for Michael Marlowe. He won't be happy with Jared Fosbury getting back to him. Why am I still spectating? Tom, don't ask. I don't know. Can I please just... There we go. Finally. As now Billy Mossam is starting to drop back from Michael Edwards, and he's really holding up all the guys behind, making a little train, and he dives into the pits. Does he have damage? Yes, he's missing a left end plate. Unleashing these guys into clean air, trying to catch up to Michael Edwards and Jared Fosbury. Where did Tom Jewell come out? Tom Jewell is slowing down, leaving them all by. Tim is gonna be very happy with this result if he wins the championship. As Nelson Santos getting it all wrong, almost losing the back end there. He almost hit the wall, but he managed to keep it out. Very lucky. I think Matt Romano will let Billy Mossam by, as he always does.
I wonder when we're gonna see the pit stop for intermediates. I wonder if, well, I think.
Do you think these Inters cannot make it to the end of the race?
I don't think so. I reckon a pit stop will have. I think the pit stop is a safer option.
I don't know. They've been on these tires for 9 laps. They only have like 11 more to go. So I don't know. Can they do 20 laps on Inters? I think it's possible, but you really need to be careful then, as we are.
Jared Fosbury will probably be going for that. If anywhere to get position, so.
I think Jared Fosbury will be trying to do so, but what will Tim do? Will Tim try and make it to the end on these tires, or will these 2 guys behind him try so? Or will they all try and do that? And is there anyone who's gonna be able to make another stop for another set of Inters? Or maybe by the end of the race we could go to softs if the rain clears up. Again, if it was just a small yeah, whatever. I don't know what I wanted to say.
Nelson Santos on the back of Reese March. He's an overtake. Is he going to be close and better going?
He is. The time between them is going down from 3 to 2 tenths, not close enough to make the move, only on 30% ERS. As we look at Reese March only on 10% ERS, so Nelson Santos is the one in the better position here. All he has to do is get past, and then he will still have more ERS than Reese March, so he might be able to break off and get himself some clean air, try catch up 5.5 seconds to Tim Grisdalins. Will he be able to do that? I don't know, but he might.
Yeah, Jared Fosbury seems to be closing the gap to Michael Marlowe. The gap was about 9.2 now. Now it's 8.5, so is Jared starting to find the stride?
He does seem to be closing the gap by now. He must be massaging his tires.
The rain has stopped.
Oh, is it? Yes, it has stopped raining, so then my call was right. We will see the softs till the end then, as we have, is it Tom Jewell again? Yes, it is Tom Jewell again.
Spray. Well, I can tell there's not that much spray.
For what I can tell on Tom Jewell's screen, since there's no one near him, so there won't be any spray anyway, if you look at the onboard, the rain it has stopped raining, so Tim will be diving in for a set of soft tires.
Santos
stays out. Probably stays out for one more lap. See what he can do on these intermediate tires. I think the track is still drying up, and I think it's dry enough for. As he goes on to the mediums for 9 laps. I think softs can do 9 laps. Well, I mean, fresh softs could. You know?
Reese Marsh is, speaking of soft, that is the tires that Reese Marsh is choosing to go
I think Jared's plan would be to go on softs too. Note that I see mediums ready there, so Jared will also go on to the mediums. I think he could have had a better chance going on to the softs, since that's the faster tire than Tim Danis will be on. As he gets to P6 now, Tim Danis is into P3. Okay, the 2 guys ahead are on the intermediate, so he's in net P1. So that means he hasn't lost his lead for the race. Jared is in net P4, which is not enough to keep his championship alive.
Okay, I think we'll see him push like a madman in these last few laps, just trying to see what he can call back. But never know, if Reese Marsh tries to pace on them soft tires, Tim could drop down and we could see the championship still change. There's still a lot to play for in these last 10 laps or so. Just under 10 laps actually.
We could definitely see that, as actually Adrian Lennon picked up damage. He's missing a left front end plate. It looked like Jared picked up some damage too, but I'm not sure of that. It doesn't seem that he has gotten any damage. It looks like Jared does have damage. Missing, yes he is. He's missing his left front wing. He's missing more than an end plate. He's missing all of his right front wing.
Jared,
that is your championship down the drain, as Tim Danis is now looking to get past Michael Edwards on the intermediate tires. No resistance from Michael Edwards, as then we have Nelson Santos diving into the pits. Tim Danis will be able to get his first place again.
Pushes Ivan King into the wall, and look, Adrian Lennon trying to go to the outside.
Yeah, Adrian Lennon also has damage, so will they both pit? I don't know, but Jared has to pit. He's not going to be able to finish this race on these tires. He might go for the softs and pray for a safety car. If there's a safety car right now, I think Tim will also pit for the softs. But if Jared pits now, he could be looking to make up time, but Tim would be way too far ahead.
But Jared's going to fall way out of the points.
He's going to fall outside of the points, yes indeed, which actually allows Tim Danis to win this championship. I think if you look at it now, he's already won it. He doesn't. Well, I mean, I won't say he needs first. He needs the 11 points, so he needs P4 or P5 with the fastest lap. But if he gets P6, then he will stay in second. So Tim cannot make a single mistake, as Jose Mandeville is out the race. Where has that happened? Oh, he retired into the pits. So that will not give us a safety car or a VSC. Unlucky for Jared, lucky for Tim. Giving Matt Romano the position. Oh. 10-7 here, local time in Belgium. Well, at least, I mean, that's my local time. Not that it matters. If you look at UK time, that will be about 10-6 if I'm not wrong. Tim Danis setting the fastest lap.
Very smart, that's not.
Why am I watching this the whole time when there's a fight between... Oh no, okay, forget it. That's Tom Jules. Or that's one of the ghosted Alfa Romeos. So basically there's literally not a single battle on track. The closest thing we have is Tom Spicer to Adrian Lennon. Tom Spicer on the softs, Adrian Lennon on the mediums. And then we have Adrian Lennon to Ross Denholm, but Ross Denholm also on the softs, Reese March on the softs. Will Reese March be able to catch up to Tim? I think he might. But
You want to do it now before the entire swamp comes.
Yeah, but he is taking chunks out of the time between them, but it's not a lot. It's going very slowly. He's catching up, but I don't think he will catch up. But will it be before the end of the race? I don't think he will. Just I'm ending leaving the session. I really don't see the point. Why did, as Reese March then takes away fastest lap from Tim, not that it matters. I don't see the point. Why did Jared Fosbury not pit for the softs? And also, he messed up, got front wing damage, which means then we were already on lap 23. So 8 laps till the end on softs is doable. So at least if you don't do it the first time, then the second time he could have done it. So I don't know what was going through his mind to not pit for softs twice. I mean, his teammate pit for mediums. There's a real variety though. We have loads of people on the mediums, and then we have a few on the softs. If I was driving there, I would have gone onto the softs too. But I think some people are just not sure if they'll make it to the end, these softs.
Yeah, I wonder if Jared picking on the mediums is just the fact maybe he's not confident in his car because he knows that his championship won't be beginning of the session again.
Maybe he has already accepted his championship going down the train.
Because I've watched all the F1 racing. You'd have to say in terms of the season, you might feel that Jared has had a better season, but it's just the last 2 races he's been.
Yes, indeed. He definitely had the better season, but you're definitely right. The last 2 races, if we look at Brazil and then this one, it didn't really come his way, to be honest. But then here we have the fight between the closest fight on track, actually Tom Spicer to Adrian Lennon. It was under a second not too long ago. It seems to be over a second again. Yes, it does.
He has the potential to still get a win, but he gets 2-second compound, I believe.
As Jared Fosbury is looking to overtake Enzo Dutois.
They've got 1.9 in the team, or I believe doesn't have a pound. They haven't seen it pop up, so.
As we are now, Tom Spicer under 1 second, but also Storm has the DRS from the lapped Tom Jewell car, which is very unfortunate for Tom Spicer, because he wants to get past Adrian Lennon, but they keep both having the DRS, as Adrian Lennon now does not have the DRS. Will he make it? No, he's too far back. He will not dive down the inside. As we are having Billy Mossam and Luke Baker having another battle again. As Billy Mossam seems to not be gaining time on this straight. He won't dive it down. As he turned into Luke Baker last time, I don't think he'll do that again. The only thing suggestion I can give Luke Baker is send it to the stewards and we'll take a look at it, but it's the last race of the season, so it doesn't really matter that much, because the championship has already been decided. Team Bruce Davies will probably be the one winning this championship, as actually, I might be wrong, Reese March is catching the Team Bruce Dailies by a lot, and he might be able to win this race on these softs.
Reese March does have a penalty, whereas Tim does not.
So basically, if he gets past, because he's not close enough yet, but if he gets past, we'll maybe be like 1 or 2 laps further into this race. So I don't think with 2 or 3 laps remaining, you can. Well, he could try build a 3-second gap, but I don't think he's going to be able to do so.
Well, even I think with Jared's last hope is that team, who's been superb all day. I mean, he hasn't made a single mistake. He's just putting in that one mistake and that he does what's can go on. But apart from that, I don't see anything else that Jared can be on.
As Luke Baker, Dave, and Billy Mossam both on less than 10% ERS, but and Billy Mossam has the DRS, the slipstream, and the ERS. He doesn't have a lot of ERS, but he can't seem to get past. He's not fast enough. He does not have the straight line speed to get past.
Jared Fosbury around.
Around. Oh, I thought Enzo Dutois was ghosted, but apparently he's not. Let's just go to Reese March again. He's really caught up 5/10 in this one lap.
Michael Marlowe as well closing again.
Another 5/10 and he will be within DRS range. Billy Mossam and Luke Baker still on the back of each other. As actually Michael Marlowe is also on the back of Reese March. So this will be a three-way fight till the end. One person on, two on mediums, one on softs.
Get another penalty.
Another penalty. That's not looking good for him. Team Bruce Dailies, who still hasn't gotten a single penalty. There's Billy Mossam, another penalty. He has gotten so many this race already. And now this time it looks like he's really faster than Luke Baker on the straight. Can he make that work on the second straight? On the next one he's losing the car too, the back end. Just like I did on Friday. Can he make it work this time? We'll see. DRS, ERS, slipstream. No, Luke Baker decides to pull away. I think that's because Luke Baker is not using his ERS on the start-finish straight, but he is using it on this straight.
Yeah.
Let's just... Why not stay with them for a little bit more? Oh, as he just hit the barrier, and there we have... Who was that? We had a yellow flag there.
I don't know who that was.
That was Adrian Lennon, and Adrian Lennon now picked up damage. No, he had that damage before, he didn't pit, and then Ross Denholm didn't take any damage from that either, but there was a yellow flag. I don't know what for.
Marlowe now the gap 16.5 tenths.
6/10 from Michael Marlowe to Reese March, but Reese March also is still over 1 second behind Tim, which means that Michael Marlowe will have the DRS, Reese March will not have a DRS. Also, Tim Daly is on about 20 ERS, and then looking at Reese March and Michael Marlowe, they're both on 10% ERS, so it's not looking very good for them.
Look at him. The white fuel indicator is showing, so he's minus on fuel, so he will have to go into lane. So I think maybe he's trying to take the cautiously, but he will get the DRS off Matt Romano's ghost lap car, which, and same with Michael Marlowe and Reese March, they all get the DRS, but yeah, Tim will have to save some fuel towards the end of the race.
As there's Matt Romano letting these guys by. Since Matt Romano gets ghosted anyway, if as a what do you call it, as a lap car,
Michael
so
Marlowe, oh my god, very cool.
Reese March really has to catch up to Team Mercedes, but it looks like the medium strategy was the better option, because I think the softs are starting to fall off, since he's not able to catch even more to Tim. He was catching loads and loads, but now on 7-lap old softs he's not catching anymore, and he's having to defend from Michael Marlowe as he lost the back end there. Michael Marlowe now down the inside. Yes, he makes it, and yes, he did it.
And also he got the dose of DRS as well.
He has made the move. Then will Michael Marlowe be the one to catch up to Team Dalins this time? I have no idea. We'll see for these last 2 laps. This is the fight we're gonna be looking at.
I reckon Tim will just let him by, and Tim knows he knows that they both have penalties, and he knows like. I mean, obviously I know how desperate he'd want the win to just go in there and style him, but
I think Reece March will still take second place since Michael Marla has so many penalties. Then we have Nelson Santos 12 seconds behind. I don't know if that's enough to get the podium from Michael Marlowe. I don't know how many seconds he has in total. But it seems like Luke Baker is starting to pull away. Jared Fosbury just picking up a 3-second time penalty. We then have another fight. Let's see, this McLaren and the Red Bull for Michael Edwards and Tom Spicer. Tom Spicer getting very wide, leaving the door open for Michael Edwards as he just swooped past. Not too hard. And then we still have the fight between Adrian Lennon and Ross Denholm that's still going on.
Final lap. Tim now just needs to negotiate this lap.
As we have a yellow flag, that's Billy Mossam.
As anyway, Tim.
Michael Marlowe really looking to get past. He's on 4 tenths. Let's go on board for this straight. Can he catch up? ERS, DRS, slipstream. Team will not have the DRS.
At this rate, Reece March.
He's catching. He's catching, trying to go for the outside. No, he's not making it. He's not making it. And will he try again?
Oh,
yes, he does. And he's not. He pulled out again halfway through the move, seeing that he won't have enough space.
I thought we were going to see more drama. I thought Kim was going into that wall there.
Now he needs to catch 7 tenths again, and I don't know if Michael Marlowe. Oh, as he's really on the back of him.
He's pushing.
Now it's time. DRS again. DRS, ERS open. The slipstream again. Will he get past? Trying to go for the outside again. Trying to get the better line through the corner. And he takes the better line, although it looked like the better line, but he can't get past. As there's Billy Mossam, as he completely cuts that corner. I don't know. I mean, even if he gets Tim, he has so many penalties. There's no way he's.
Yeah, but anyway, Tim, the man of the moment, he will come across the line. In a few moments' time, he will take the championship. Absolutely superb. I mean, he's doing the best he can for the last race, and he comes across the line now to win the championship.
Reece March stays P3.
Yeah, he does. Michael Edwards is out as well.
Michael Edwards is out, yeah. What happened there? I have no idea. Let's
Jared Fosbury's out of fuel.
Is he?
He is. I wonder, is he out of fuel, or are we going to see some donuts from the runner-up?
He must be out of fuel.
Anyway,
oh no, he's doing donuts. Well, I mean,
obviously.
Yeah, Jared, I don't think that's the good spot to do some donuts. I think you need to find a different spot, mate.
Yeah, but congratulations.
Maybe try it at the last corner, as Tom Jewell gets disqualified from the session for driving the wrong direction.
Yeah. As well, all I have to say is congratulations.
Jared Fosbury, I think he actually is out of fuel. But try do some donuts at the last corner, mate. I think that's the best spot you can do so. As he's just staying in neutral.
Yeah, but all I have to say is, Kim, you are an IRL 5-4 champion. Congratulations.
Yes, indeed. Congratulations to Tim. We'll tell him, of course, once we get them in the party, after we've seen the screen with the grid. I mean, yeah, there's some space there. I think, Jared, you can best do it at the last corner, and you don't have a lot of time left, 1.5 minutes. Just make your way over there. As there's Timbers Dalins.
The champion.
Yeah, your IRL F5 champion, Timbers Dalins. Congrats again. As we will be, once this session ends, run down the grid, and then we'll invite our top 3 podium positions. Jared Fosbury will be able to do some donuts now, as there's plenty of space over here. So go at, or no, he does not. He decides to just drive it over. line.
He was traveling across the line with his teammates the icon, but anyway, that is it. Not just the end of not just the end of the race, the end of the season.
That's the end of the season indeed for IRL F5, and the other divisions have also ended. F1, FP, and F3 has also ended not too long ago, I think, because they usually start before we start. So.
But there is Team.
There is Team for a very deserved podium, obviously. Very unfortunate, very unfortunate for Jared. But
yeah, I mean, I think Jared will look back on that Brazil race and just think that puncture and I think he would have won the championship. So
yes, he would have if he didn't risk it for the puncture, same as I did last season. Then we have P1 for Team Brazilians as on the podium in second place Michael Marlowe, and third goes to Reese March, followed by Nelson Santos, Adrian Lennon, Ross Denholm, Luke Baker, Tom Spicer, Enzo Dutoit. Jared Fosbury gets 1 point. Then Michael Edwards, Burley Mossam, Matt Romano, Jose Mandeville, Greg Woolley. That's Ivan King. Jessica Harrison 17th, then we have Riley Manning 18th, Tom Jewell in 19th, rounding up the grid. So that was it for today. That was it for this season. Thanks everyone for being here, and we'll now do the last interviews of the season, and then we are done. I have him as a friend, so I could invite him if you want. All three of them? Oh, that makes it easier for me.
Well, that race was pretty enjoyable. It was very long.
Wait. Can they just join? They should be able to, right? Or do I need to allow them?
No, they should be able to join.
Okay. Now that it's just now waiting for them to join. There's one of them, our championship winner.
The champion.
Someone drove his ass off today. I guess you did that too. So, Reese March, Michael Marlowe, are they coming?
I will wait until the interview starts.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Reese March and Michael Marlowe are coming. Well, what? No, there's one of them. Now we just need Michael Marlowe to show up. We could do the interview already, but do we want to wait? Lee, tell me, do we wait or not?
I'd say give Michael Marlowe until just give me the minute, and if he doesn't join by 5 past, then
sure.
Okay, well, it's 5 past now, so if he joins, he joins.
Well, yeah, indeed, he can still join. So then, Team Brazilians, of course, congratulations on your championship win today. Did you think you were still gonna win it, or no?
Yeah, with 10 points, Jared, the chance was bigger than going with maybe, I don't know, 20 points into this race. I said it already to the others in the party who expected me to win the championship ahead of Brazil with 32 points behind.
I hoped you won the championship, but then when I became the commentator, I saw how many points you were behind, and I was like, "Ooh, okay, that's
Yeah, but the thing is, at the start of the season, I directly won first races, and the races after it, 2 or 3 races afterwards, was really strong for me. And Jared was not really good, but then mid-season the momentum changed to Jared. He won a few races, outscored me because of bad races by a big amount of time. But at the end of the season, we was, I think, on 1 high. Yeah, in the end, I got it, and I'm very, very, very. I can't even talk anymore. I'm very happy with it.
So then, just qualifying on pole today, then having a great race, really driving to the limit, I guess. actually opting for the mediums, who I thought the softs would be better, which Reese March did, but it turns out that after 6 laps the softs went off, so you made the right call. Like, just talk us through your race.
I qualified in pole. I was a bit unsure if I get it because of my qualifying lap could be 1 or 2 or 3 tenths faster, but Jared did not qualify me. So I started on pole. Then the first laps, I think the first lap we got a safety car. I was very happy because I knew that the rain will come. Then I switched to mediums. Then until the point where the rain came. I was back in the lead, however, I was really, really fast today. I need to give that to myself. Then through the rain section, I was able to keep Reese to a distance and building 1 or 2 tenths per lap to get bigger. Then directly after the rain was stopping, I said to the drivers, to the others in the party, guys, did the rain stopped? Or I'm just dumb? And then I pitted at a moment where my engineer said for an alternate strategy. I was on the radio asking for the weather. So I needed to look out if I'm going on the softs. I don't know if they hold on to the end. So I was going to mediums, and then I got in mediums where I was doing the low nuts in the qualifying. So my back was on 10%. However, in the end it was really close, but I knew that the guys will have penalties. But I wanted to win it on track, so I defended from Michael Marlowe in the last lap, and in the end I came over the line to win.
Well done, you drove a very good race today. Congrats on the race win, and congrats again on the championship win today, as I don't think
Thanks.
Michael Marlowe has joined the party, or has he? I don't think
No,
so.
I haven't.
So then we'll go over to Reese March. Reese March getting P3 today. Your qualifying was... I can't remember that exactly. Did you start on the mediums? I think you did start on the mediums. Then that strategy seemed like it worked out, doing then on the inters and then going back onto the softs, which didn't really work out. The softs, just talk us through your race.
Yeah, it was pretty mental. I'm not very good around Singapore, so I'm surprised I actually got a podium. But I qualified on the mediums, started 11th, which wasn't ideal. But after the first lap safety car, everyone seemed to pit who were on the softs, which promoted me up to like P2, I think it was. And then it went on from there. Then Tim got past me. Then it started raining, and then just like I was sort of battling whilst it was raining. I forgot with who now, but it was pretty intense race. And at the end, I went for softs, obviously, which I thought I maybe be able to stretch, but sadly not quite. So but I thought I'd try something a bit different, see what happens. And but P3, I'm very happy with that. And also congratulations to Tim on the championship and Renault on Wheel Structures.
Honestly, I thought so too, that the softs would make it to the end, but apparently they didn't. Congrats for your 3rd place on this last race of the season. Then also congrats for Michael Marlowe for his 2nd place. And then I want to thank you all to being here this season, and we'll see you again next season.